Every pal in Palworld is useful in their own ways, and Kitsun is no exception to this trend. With their fairly well-rounded stats along with having a pretty helpful partner ability, it's easy to see how many players could find this pal pretty handy during their playthrough of the game. So today I wanted to show you all how to upgrade this awesome Firefox. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Speakerhead, and today I'm going to show you how to upgrade Kitsun. But before we get into the video, just a friendly reminder that if you enjoy any of the music you hear during this video or just want to support the channel in general, it's all part of my DMCA free music label, Speakerhead Studios. This is a music label I created where all the songs on it are completely DMCA free, so go ahead and use any of these songs for your content creating needs. We currently have over 70 songs available with more added frequently, so if you're interested in checking that out, all the links will be in the description below. Finally, I want to give a quick shout out to the individual who suggested I make an upgrade guide on Kitsun. I really appreciate your support towards the channel. But with all that out of the way, let's get back to the guide. Now to start things off, before we get into upgrading Kitsun, we need to go over some of the basics of them first. Kitsun is a pure fire type pal that can only be found in the icy region around Lily's Tower during the nighttime. Talking about their partner ability, after unlocking Kitsun's saddle at level 30, they can be used as a ground mount along with making the player unaffected by cold or heat while riding them, which is honestly a really helpful ability. When I say this, I mean you can literally go to any sort of region on the map and have no sort of cold or heat protection, and as long as you're riding this pal, you'll be safe. Finally, when it comes to their base skills, Kitsun is only going to be a level 2 in Kindling, so they're not a terrible base worker, but they're also not the greatest either. But with the basics of Kitsun out of the way, let's get into upgrading them. Now the first upgrade you want to do is to breed a Kitsun with good passive skills. Since I wanted to make this pal as strong as possible, the passive skill combination I went with was Legend, Musclehead, Serenity, and Eternal Flame. Now for those who might not know what Eternal Flame is, this is a passive skill that can only be found on Blazemut Ryu, which can only be obtained after defeating the raid boss version of this pal. But with this passive skill giving a 30% attack boost to both fire and electric type moves, it's a pretty solid passive skill to have on any sort of combat pal. And to help you get this passive skill along with Legend on the Kitsun, here's a breeding tree to show you an easy way to get these skills on them. Now with this passive skill combination, this will give your pal a 90% attack boost assuming you're using either fire or electric type moves, along with also giving a 20% defense boost, a 15% movement speed boost, and finally a 30% cooldown on all active skills. That being said, if you planned on using this pal throughout your playthrough, I would personally swap out Eternal Flame for Swift to gain an additional 30% movement speed boost just to help get around the map a bit better. While the previous passive skill combination I mentioned would give your pal more damage, even without Eternal Flame, your Kitsun should be strong enough to take on most enemies they come across. But once you've got a Kitsun with the passive skills you prefer, the next step to upgrading them is in a pal condenser. Any pal can be upgraded in a pal condenser and improve their partner ability along with increasing their general stats. On top of that, once a pal is fully upgraded in a condenser, all of their base skills will be leveled up by 1, which is pretty helpful. But with a total of 117 pals, you can upgrade your pal 4 times, with level 1 needing 4 pals, level 2 needing 16 pals, level 3 needing 32 pals, and finally level 4 needing 64 pals. Now assuming it took you a few attempts to get a Kitsun with the passive skills you prefer, you should be able to upgrade your pal at least a couple times in a pal condenser. Once you're all done upgrading your pal in a condenser, the next step to upgrading them is in a Statue of Power. With a total of 30 small pal souls, 18 medium pal souls, and 18 large pal souls, you can give any pal a 30% boost in attack, defense, and health. Also to help you get pal souls, here's a list of every pal in the game that drops pal souls of all 3 sizes. Now after you've finished upgrading your Kitsun in a Statue of Power, the next step to upgrading them is by hitting that subscribe button and liking the video. 95% of the people that watch my content aren't subscribed, and we're really close to 1,000 subscribers, so if you want to help support the channel, make sure to subscribe. But the actual next step to upgrading your Kitsun is with pal fruits. By using ability glasses unlocked at level 34, you can see any pal's hidden potential, which are the stats that pal fruits upgrade. But with each pal fruit upgrading 1 stat by 10, what you want to do is feed your pal all 3 types of pal fruits until all 3 of these stats are at 100. And for those who plan on buying pal fruits from a metal merchant located at any destroyed church on the map, a tip I like to give in every guide is to use a Catress while hunting Mimogs. Their partner ability will make neutral pals drop more items when defeated, which works on Mimogs and dog coins. Also remember to upgrade your Catress and a pal condenser to further increase the amount of dog coins Mimogs drop. But after you're all done upgrading your pal with pal fruits, this is currently all the permanent upgrades you can do to your Kitsun at this time. That being said, there still are a couple of temporary upgrades you can do to them. The first of these upgrades is by eating food. Depending on what food you or your pal eats, they can grant a wide variety of benefits such as attack boosts, defense boosts, work speed boosts, along with many others. For combat purposes, these are the foods that I usually use. However, I highly recommend looking through all the different types of foods you can craft to see which ones might work best for you. But the second and last upgrade you can do to Kitsun is by taking advantage of either Kelpsie Ignis or Rupee's partner abilities. Both of these pals abilities grant an attack boost to fire type pals while in your party. With a level 1 partner ability, they'll grant a 10% attack boost. However, at a level 5 partner ability, both pals will grant a 20% attack boost. So if you were to have 4 fully upgraded versions of either of these pals in your party alongside Kitsun, they'll gain an additional 80% attack boost. Now if you upgraded your Kitsun the same way as I did in this video, their stats should generally look something like these. But instead of just showing you a bunch of numbers on screen, we're going to see how strong Kitsun really is by having them do a quick battle against Victor and Shadowbeak. Also, for those who are curious, these are the active skills Kitsun will be using during this fight. But without further ado, let's get into the battle. Alright Kitsun, let's do this, buddy. Let's see what you got. Uh-oh, bad place to be. Not too bad so far. Got some good fire damage going. Big hit. But also big hits from Kitsun. I mean, so far Kitsun's doing pretty good damage to Shadowbeak, but I don't know if he's going to be able to survive the entire fight just on the field. I might need to pull him back for a little bit. Ooh, big hits. Yeah, I'm going to pull Kitsun back for a sec, especially after that. Yeah, we'll throw him back out in a second here. Alright, after this next attack, we can send Kitsun back out. Alright, time to get him. We're taking a few hits, but I mean, not doing a crazy amount of damage, at least not yet. See, that flame wall is only nice because Shadowbeak just stands in place all the time, so he just stands in the firewall, or flame wall, or whatever it's called. Listen, buddy, you can't die before the battle ends. That's no good. You gotta stay alive. Come on, Kitsun. You're almost there. Let's do it. Final hits. Let's go. Nice job, Kitsun. You did it. Victory. Now with that fight all wrapped up, I hope this shows just how strong you can make your Kitsun. But that's going to be my upgrade guide on Kitsun. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you found this guide helpful, and also let me know what pals you'd like to see me upgrade next. Finally, once again, if you enjoyed the music you heard during this video or just want to support the channel, you can check out my DMCA free music label in the links down below. But that's all I have to say for now, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch all y'all in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.